Good morning, it's AniKaspar. It is 8:37 a.m. on 5/17/2017. I was irradiated with directed energy weapons again last night. You can always tell by the way I look in the morning. A little bit less than normal because they stood down yesterday, for which I am incredibly grateful. But given the fact that I've absolutely done nothing whatsoever to serve any torture program for 20 years, I'm not quite sure if the emotion that or the feeling that I have is actually gratitude, but I'll stay with that. It's very clear that the citizen neutralization programs, because that's a great phrase that I just picked up somewhere along the way, everyone should understand that I really haven't studied this because honestly, this kind of evil is not something that I want my consciousness focused on ever in any way, shape, or form. I'm a naturally really blissful individual with a lot of creative talent and a lot of progressive and entrepreneurial kind of energy. And so this stuff, this like really dark, out there, horrific, crazy, evil, dark, triad personality stuff, it's not my thing. But I will say that it's really clear. It's really clear that these programs have been around for much more than the 20 years I've been in one, and certainly have been around since we imported Nazis in 1946 via Operation Paperclip. And I suspect at this juncture, by the 50s, we really already had, at least in the United States and perhaps in other English-speaking nations, the capacity to brainwash or mind control, or at least socially engineer. And I'm pretty sure the Tavistock Institute had a lot to do with that. And, so we see where America is after about 70 years of being directed by whomever these deep state, powerful elite folks are who clearly are clinically insane, but believe that they are, I guess their basic premise is that they are God, right? And not in a Gnostic way, in a union with God as one thing, like they're it. And I could just tell you that if they are, I'm not impressed at all. I really must get to safe harbor. They are murdering me. They have been murdering me for a long time, but I can't withstand this. I feel like I have cancer in my, I'm not going to go into it, but because I don't like to bring into words. But I am not well at all. And the level of irradiation that my monitors have recorded for the past month are between the lowest reading, I think, was about 200, and the highest was 1100. And that's consistently every day and every night to a certain degree. I also have other readings in terms of thermal, ambient, and different types of frequencies. And these guys are insane. I mean, these guys, I'm sorry to say this, but they make like Frankenstein look normal. Oh, if that's possible. Dr. Frankenstein, seriously, they are really insane. Because I'm not going to shut up until they completely stand down and write me a check for 20 years of loss of my life. And they're so insane that they're not going to do that. Instead, you'll see Bill Gates write the High Commission on Human Rights office in Geneva a check for $5 million to help them support like the human rights travesties that are worldwide, that of course he's an integral part of, which he really needs to write a check for what, I don't know, 500 million, based on the fact that these systems are set up to basically murder everyone on the planet whenever they want, however they want. And it looks like it's actually tied to your DNA, the frequencies of your DNA, and tied to, of course, the smart grid, tied to the entire chemtrail operation. And I need to get somewhere safe pronto. I'm reaching out to a bunch of folks because what I was doing before they came after me, hook, line, and sinker, is because I've always been, I guess you would call it clairol, just really immediate access to the divine and to knowledge. I had in 2010-11, downloaded a healing modality with color and metaphor and music, and it was remarkable when combined with cleansing in a very short period of time. And myself and a friend had started to do retreats, and boing, and we knew they were going to be successful because our success rates were astounding. And that's when they attacked. So prior to their complete devolution of my life, um, I had healed myself of cancer. I had healed myself pretty much of chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and a lot of other things that I now have learned were probably inserted in me at some juncture in my life because I was the daughter of a single mother, a divorced mother. Yeah, that's how bad this gets, guys. The focus on women alone, girls alone, is so revolting, so disgusting. I mean, it's just outrageous that any entity that would have any semblance of self-respect, honor, integrity, and clearly these folks don't, would focus on destroying the vulnerable. That's so disgusting. But it very clearly is part of their program, as we've seen what they've done to the continent of Africa. And they weren't, Black people aren't the most vulnerable. Genetically, they're some of the strongest DNA you will see on the planet ever. Same with Asian. And this white man's like dark triad personality disorder, what it has done to this planet and what it's doing to me completely. And as a person who just wants to do her healing work, write her books, do her artwork, be able to use my artwork to actually set up not-for-profits and to support to support illegally listed, to support people who are in these torture programs. And I am looking for a place of sanctuary and refuge to begin a small community. I'm thinking Asia is going to be the best bet because the Western world, with the exception of maybe 3 countries in it, the entire continent of Latin America and the entire strip of Central America and Mexico has been under siege forever. It's impossible to do this effectively there. Asia, I would say, is the only place to be able to do this effectively for a wide variety of reasons. But I need assistance. I need someone to put together a fundraiser for me because I'm fried, guys, literally. And I need some, and I know I've got the people and the places. I just need to have enough money to get there, rent the house, and then start to advertise for folks to come and stay. And the places I'm thinking of are so reasonable, so incredibly reasonable, that there's no question that you could have a very solid, safe, and enjoyable life. And yes, there might still be some targeting, but the countries I'm looking at are pretty pissed off overall by the white man's dark triad personality issue. And it's not just white men, but this is a large percentage of white men who are the deep state. In fact, I would venture to say it's probably 90%. Yeah. So these are countries who are just kind of done with it, right? Sophie, hold on. So, but I need your support. I really need your support. So please feel free to ring me at 941-356-8007 or email me at Annie, AniKaspar, Kaspar, @gmail.com, because I'm seeing, as I'm talking to more illegally listed and tortured, I'm not even going to use the word targeted now because that's totally their terminology. This is illegally listed, neutralized, tortured and neutralized. That's what it is. This is what we need desperately. We need this kind of a community. And you know, when you're eating the right things, when you're in a culture of love, compassion, and community, you'd be surprised how much of the post-traumatic stress from this horrible, horrible, horrible program, 21st century, there's that song, goes away. So I look forward to your support. Please do contribute to Justice Rising and Annie Rising. I'm doing my best, guys, but here's the deal. I'll just let them kill me. I mean, really? Because they're insane. And you know what? I've had to put up with their insanity since I was like 11. By the time I was 11, 1970, I was just like, okay, so the planet is really flipping crazy. Whoever runs it's really crazy. They seem to kill only the very best people. And they put in power like really gross creatures like Richard Nixon and Lyndon B. Johnson. So I was pretty clear. So I've had to, I'm 58. That's a long time of having to put up with them and their dark triad personality disorder. Hi, Soph. I'm coming. I'm coming. So please do your best to contribute to Justice Rising and Annie Rising, and call me with any and all great support to start this sanctuary for the illegally listed, tortured, because that's what it is, let's call it straight up what it is, and nearly murdered. Thank you.